There's always like doubt and mistakes, but that's like the thing. You just gotta realize that you learn more from mistakes than you do from success.
In game, I feel like my only weakness is I don't even know. I might be the perfect player.
I mean, for me, Shroud was the one that got me into Apex, so he inspired me to like pick up the game.
Perhaps if I would go back into the past and I would say something, maybe the outcome is not the same, so I wouldn't say 9.
How do you guys handle conflict in the team and with the team chemistry? If you guys could just touch on that and how it's kind of evolved with you three being together.
I think it takes a lot to to talk outside of the game, if it comes to reviews or even just having normal talks is really important. So you can go for all the outside of games problems as well. If there's anything you need help from your teammates, I think things like that is really important for longevity in a team.
How important do you think it is for a team to stick together for long periods of time?
I think it's there's two things, obviously. One, it's very good to stick together because then you can actually figure out the problems. If you keep swapping players, then you're always going to be changing the problem and working on different things instead of just figuring out from the start. But that also requires the team to have good synergy to begin with, because in Apex the meta changes and a lot of the value for players change. For example, a player is good in an aggressive meta and then we change to the defensive meta, then obviously the value of that player is going to go down, right? But that's also up to the player if he's gonna put in the time to get good at those two metas. Obviously it's very good to stick together because then you can actually hash out the problems, but at the same time metas do change and the roles of players do change. So
I have a question about chemistry. Just wondering if there's any activities or exercises for keeping positive morale and incredible chemistry.
I think just having serious talks in general, having a coach like Noth, intervene if things get too overheated, and just talking things through on VOD reviews so we're all on the same page. Most of us are on the same page, so just no crazy out of their stuff. So
Yeah, the only conversation outside the game I have with the Unlucky when I'm sending him IG reels. That's it.
Outside of TDMs and scrims, what do you guys do to make sure you stay on top of your game?
R5 for me personally. I just play R5 before and after usually when I play.
Sometimes when I feel off, I just get on the game and play for 12 hours a day till I actually start playing my old stuff.
Yeah, same here. Just a lot of ranked and a lot of viewing too. Watching other teams play and watching my own team play is very important, especially as an IGL, but also that's self-improvement.
Early in your career, have you ever doubted yourself as an IGL when making plays/calls? If you have, how did you overcome this?
I mean, there's always doubt and mistakes, but that's the thing. You just gotta realize that you learn more from mistakes than you do from success. If I win or do good every single game, then I'm not gonna learn anything. The actual value from getting better comes from actually making mistakes and f***ing up, but it's all about gaining the experience through that and learning what to do in those scenarios when you f*** up. Who cares if you fail? Just keep going.
Is this level of coordination something that you spend a lot of time drilling, or is it something that just comes naturally from your team chemistry?
No, we definitely worked on it a lot because ever since I joined Alliance, I remember the main issue for me was just talking in fights and just talking in general. Properly giving comms was our main issue, and I feel like it still is.
It still is, yeah. I mean, I think communication in general is one of the most important parts in doing good in the competitive scene. So if you have good communication, I think you'll do really great. I would say if mid-team has really good communication, I would say that's better than a really good team with terrible communication, in my opinion.
Communication is the hardest thing in Apex. There's so many things that you have to focus on, and you have to try and communicate what you want to do to your teammates in the split second. It's definitely one of the hardest things to do.
What's your greatest weakness, you would say?
I think as a team, probably overheat a lot. That's their main problem. Individually, I would say lack of aim assist.
It's not just as a team, my problem too. It might be the language barrier, because sometimes it's hard to come up with words or sentence that you want to say that's the same thing goes on in your mind, because as a international team we all have to speak English and it's not our first language, so sometimes it could be troublesome to say something, to call something. Well, at least for me, as in game, I feel my only weakness is I don't even know. I might be the perfect player.
Communication we could improve way more on. Personally, individually, I just have struggles with confidence in fights sometimes.
Who wins more often in a 1v1, effect or unlucky?
Effect, I would say.
No, I think unlucky.
No, that's not. Okay, Huck's has to judge. Lost. We can't.
R5 right now.
Okay, alright, wait, loading up.
Other than winning EWC, obviously, what has been your kind of favorite moment of your career so far, aside from that?
There's some couple of moments in the Mannheim LAN last year, I would say. I really enjoyed this LAN. Champs finals like this year, what was? All the games were just really hype and everything, especially from the crowd and the people as well, like the atmosphere.
The Japanese land, the previous one, Champs, was amazing. Like the audience was completely different from anything we played before.
Who would you say is the best mechanical M&K player, and who would you say is the best current roller player, I think excluding yourselves?
But I think Genji Asia is very good mechanically right now. His R9 is like better than Control R9. For Controller, I would say Koi or maybe Hal. I don't know, it's hard.
Like I would also say from Genji Asia, like he's really like actually insane. Like he's really good. And controller player Jem Burton or Koiful, either or.
I'm copying my controller's answers. That's pretty much the same here.
What type of character do you think is currently missing from Apex in terms of a legend?
I wouldn't have like anything specific, but I would just say in general, like a ring console character, I feel like there's too little right now.
I think Apex is lacking fun defensive characters. Like a lot of the defensive characters in the game are just very obnoxious. So I think if there's some way you can make the defensive characters more fun, or add a character that is fun in that way, that would be cool. I don't know, it's hard to do though.
What would you say sets you apart from other top teams right now, and how confident are you bringing home your first LGS win in 2026 at LAN?
I mean, I'm super confident overall. Like I think like we talked about earlier, like our foundation and our baseline as a team is very high, and as long as we show up in a good mood, healthy and energized, I think we'll do really well.
Yeah, I agree there, Marcus. I just gotta say, like, as long as we like work hard for it, and I'm pretty sure we will, then I have no doubt of like we're gonna win that LAN.
What separates us from other teams is that we very stable. Like we always make it finals pretty much, and we always like we're always consistent. We definitely get in top 10, but I feel like if we work on our mistakes that we usually make in games, which are obvious right now and very simple to solve, I feel like we could get first place easily.
What's your favorite movement tech, would you say, and what is the one that you'd recommend the most for people to learn?
I'm a controller player, I don't do movement.
I mean, my favorite right now is probably Skibidi Glide. That's probably the most fun. The most useful that I recommend is just learning the new mantle boost, or Clanker Glide, as people call it.
I don't know, I feel like the most important one is wall jump. I mean, it can actually save your life sometimes. But you're in a sticky situation and you're getting shot from everywhere, wall bounce would save you, I feel like.
Do you guys prefer character bans, or back when it kind of used to just be a 3-legend meta? What was your preference?
Definitely character bans. Right now it's so much more fun to play the game than just being stuck on one character for like 6 months straight.
In terms of skill and gunplay, what's kind of the main piece of advice that you'd give to someone to try and enter the competitive scene and get better?
Get rank 1, start scrimming, and stream. That's pretty much it. That's the only thing you can do.
I mean, mechanically, you can be the, like, literal god, only hit headshots, but it still wouldn't really matter because in Apex it's all about like your position and a team play, how you use your abilities.
Who would your top 5 players be in the world currently, regardless of input?
I mean, I'm just gonna say outside my team, because obviously my team is top 3. Zero, Hal, without a doubt. After that, probably like Jen Burton, Koi, Phony. I don't think there's no like particular order or anything, but they are the most consistent, and they've been the most consistent for a very long time.
Yeah, I'm gonna do no order as well. I would say for myself as well, Hal, Zero, Jen, Sinew. I'd say Guild. I think Guild was very like consistent as well. Like I think Guild is really good.
Well, for me, it's definitely Hal, Zero, Jen. Probably be, I guess, Phony and Volty.
Who would you say inspires you to keep going, or to start, or who currently inspires you? Who would be your biggest kind of like influence?
I mean, for me, Shroud was the one that got me into Apex, so he inspired me to like pick up the game. But then I would say at the start of Apex, it was definitely Hal. I watched his stream the most when I was starting to compete. After that, like myself, my own improvement has been the most important to me, so I think that's been the baseline. Like Shroud got me into Apex, Hal got me into competitive, and after that I just focus on myself.
My inspiration was Deltush when he was getting the kills on Life Lad and stuff. I wanted to be as good as him on controller, and after that I saw a video from 9 Impulse, about them winning online LGS, and after seeing all those emotions, it got me really involved into competitive scene, like wanting to feel the same emotions of winning.
For me personally, I don't think I ever had like an inspiration. I was just gaming for fun, to be honest, and then yeah. But I think when I swapped from console to PC, if I would say someone, then it would be probably just Hal. I think even when he was back on MK back then.
What's kind of like your go-to routine, would you say?
Just take care of both my mental and my physical health. Like that's the number one thing. Like I always try to be fully rested, like fully energized, try to like eat good before a tournament and all that. So nothing else to it, honestly. Just try to be my 100%.
I mean, for me, the much more either like some good sleep before game day. Obviously, I go for a run usually like 4 hours before, then play some R5, eat some good food, and then meet up with the team and just play TDM.
To me, I honestly don't have any schedule or anything. If I want to like perform 100%, I usually I'm trying to have nothing before, because otherwise, if I have like some stuff to do, some work, I perform worse than I usually do.
What is the most memorable fan interaction you've ever had?
Signing someone's chest in London.
Probably the line after champs in Japan. Like we basically took out the entire parking lot all the way to the train station. There was so many people.
What would you say is the most misunderstood part of competitive Apex?
I think Apex is unique in the sense that like all the pro teams and players stream their gameplay. Like we are almost the only game in the entire world that do that. So a lot of it gets put online and a lot of fans can judge it directly, where in other games they can't. So I think that just changes the view of pro players in general and creates like a stigma against from like a lot of casual players, which has like separated the communities a little bit, where there's like a casual Apex community and a competitive Apex community.
I feel like it's the most misunderstood part from Apex for someone who's watching it for the first time is like how the match point works. Like I feel like people don't really understand how intense it gets when you like when a certain team on match point, and how other teams like trying to focus them to kill them to figure out like if they're like alive still or something.
What would you say is your best comfort food? Maybe like after a bad scrim day, or just what's your go-to comfort food, would you say?
Chicken rice.
Burger.
Burger.
Like if I had a bad day or something, or if I had a good day even, I go for pizza and just watch some show.
If you guys had to pick one loadout, 2 weapons from all time in Apex, what would the 2 that you would pick be?
Flatline R9.
R9, R31.
Yeah, same for me.
Is there any content that you guys would like to see, either from LGS or from pro players or orgs that currently doesn't exist?
Maybe we should do sports content. 11 versus or 12 versus with 12 football match.
It actually would be funny. That would actually be so funny.
Yeah, one player should be a coach, so it would be 11-11.
Who do you think the best player would be?
I think Funk, because he's too athletic. He would just outshine everyone.
I don't know, just some sort of content like from like other pros together, like just mixing it together a little bit. Like let's say we do something with the Falcons team or Fnatic or like any sort of content, just like mixed through together. That'd be cool, I think.
Yeah, I agree. A lot of content is just with the teams itself, and like a lot of teams have already done that 100 times over. So like for example, the escape room that I did in Birmingham, like that was with other pros. That was pretty fun.
What is it about Apex or competitive Apex that keeps you coming back?
Money. No.
Stage. I don't know, a unique feeling of like being on stage. I think like it just, I mean, obviously you can have it in any other competitive game as well. I just enjoy playing the game as well itself as well. So obviously I like being on stage as well in the game I'm competing in. So
competing and getting to actual end games in Apex on stage and like overall when you're in a tournament, it's a different feeling. It's a very good type of adrenaline where you like end up in those scenarios. Like winning a game on stage feels amazing in general as well.
Yeah, to me it's just the feeling that people are actually like trying their best, trying to win every game, trying to do their like best in fights, like playing it extra carefully, and makes the game even better, like what it used to be like in season 0 when people just try to play for the win instead of kills.
If there was any other like 2 players that you had to play with, who would it be and why?
Hal as an IGL, because I think he's just nicer than Zero, obviously. Koi or Sanyu, I would say Sanyu more.
I would want to play with OJ. And the third is a question. There's so many people that we could try to play with, but it's like hard to choose one. It would probably be Impulse or OJ or Hideki, because I want to play the game while speaking my native language.
Within EMEA, Aku and Nate maybe. Internationally, probably go somewhere like Hal and Koi maybe. I honestly don't know.
For Effect and Unlucky, we haven't heard the backstory of your names yet. What's the story there?
I'm unlucky in life, so that's why I'm called like that. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. I don't have a lore. It was just my brother yapping something when I was like 9 years old, and I was like, alright, I must take that. That's pretty much it. It's not lore bandit.
Well, my first in-game name was just Miron 2005. My name and the year of birth, so I'm not too creative, guys. So after that, there was like a guy in the game I used to play a long time ago. His name was like Effect Calibri. At first, I just stole his name completely, and then at one point, I decided to get rid of the second part and just go with Effect.
Bro stole his name.
Half of it.
He just after know, like, yeah, it's mine.
What is something that you would kind of go back and tell your younger self, kind of like 4 or 5 years ago, just starting out in Apex? What's some advice that you have given yourself?
Go for #1 Pred earlier.
Didn't you do that with 14 or 15?
Even earlier.
Oh, yeah, true. You
Honestly, nothing. I'm happy with how everything's transpired.
yeah, perhaps if I would go back into the past and I would say something, maybe the outcome is not the same, so I wouldn't say 9.